So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that, and when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. Crazycatlady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment.
Hi everybody, Martha here, so hopefully you don't hear what's going on in the room, just me. So I finished watching the first 9 episodes of uh, Titan season 4, and if I might start doing them individually after this if I have time, or I might do the second half since I have already a lot to review throughout the week. So it's hard for me to do a whole bunch of different things at once because I make history of classic stuff, then I do review of shorts of 2 Disney shorts per week, and then I review a book that I read throughout the week. Then I'm also gonna review Flash, even though I skipped it the last episode because the last episode really was just a filler episode. I feel like the last 3 episodes were, but I'm getting off topic here. Just explaining that right now I'm trying to figure out like what to watch for the time being until a show comes back on for multiple episodes. So like next, I'm probably gonna watch Doom Patrol, which only has 6 episodes, but this one had 9. And last season I did not like. I did not like season 3 because they kind of mess with something they really shouldn't have. I did not like the fact what they did with Red Hood. This season, I don't know much about Brother Blood. We got spoilers here. So do you want to go watch the 9 episodes? Go on. They're on HBO Max. They're on Max, not on HBO Max, even though the app's still called HBO Max. Which, what? Whatever. They're in the middle of changing names, so it's kind of weird. But and so in this season, they're going after Brother's Blood, and so they're kind of bringing back Trigon again. We have not seen him, but it's mostly going after a guy named Sebastian. I think he was in Titans, because I remember watching the other Titans show, Teen Titans, and I remember that it's what I think Cyborg was fighting. And during that one episode, they were a lot more tamed. This one, they're way more horror basic, like always having to deal with blood, sacrificing, bringing out snakes for people's bodies. Like the way they kill Lex during episode 1, horrifying. Not even Lex deserved to go out that way. But and we don't really get to know this Lex that much. Like the sad thing is that they're not allowed to use main heroes. They're not allowed to use main villains of the heroes. Like, they can't use Batman, they can't use Superman, they can't use Joker, and they can't use Lex. So they had to go around it. And this is the way they go around it, is by killing him right when they use him. And they make Connor just like him, which I don't like. Connor is his own character. Connor has his own problems to deal with. The fact that he's both Lex and Clark, and now you just made him one of them. Okay, because he's cloned or both of them. You should really just focus on the fact that he can be his own person and not turn him into just one of them, and that you can't use the other. Not cool. You don't like that. I do like the fact that Raven finally has her outfit that she is wearing in the Teen Titans show. That during the part where she is dealing with Trigon, where she's fought with Slades there. Um, all right, so Robin's during this time is I mean Dick's mostly dealing with the fact that everybody has to call him Richard sometimes, and that fact last person did it was Lex when he was basically trying to kill him. Gar is learning the fact that he can hear all animals and he can he's like going for the red, and he has like one of the best episodes. This was the last one. I'm gonna get to that one once I'm done with it, talking about everything. Corey's doing the fact that she may have to be the one that kills Sebastian. She doesn't want to. And let me think. Tim is dealing with the fact that he is the newest person to the group, and he has to learn how to use learn how to use the baton, and but mostly just learn to hang back because you're still the new kid. Okay, I think I talked about everybody that needs to be talked about. Okay, now I can get to the. Oh yeah, there's Jinx, who is basically this person standing up Constantine because I guess they used Constantine. And she is the one who like explains magic stuff during this episode. And since Raven can't use her powers right during this part because her powers recently taken away by her half brother's mom when they attacked her, and when Connor got infected and was being the way they break in to try to get Sebastian and almost kill him, and Gar had to turn into a virus in order to save him. It kind of remind me, if you watched like Sorcerer's Stone when this part happened, that's how Merlin beat Madam Mim by turning it into a virus. So the fact that he did something similar. So yeah, kind of remind me of that. And in order to affect the snake, in order to get the snake out of him and stuff like that, and the fact that Connor got blamed for killing his dad and got put in jail for like an episode, and Corey had to go and save him. That part was kind of confusing a little bit. And episode 3 is when they were figuring about we were learning about Sebastian and like how he's trying to prove himself and how smart he is and stuff like that to do a job. And then he gets arrested for killing one of his co-workers or bosses, and they were going to try to take him, and then they come and save him. Basically, this season is basically like asking the question: if you go into a fight, if you could save 5 people that you know or a stranger that you don't know, who would you save? This was basically the season's asking, because none of these people know who Sebastian is, but they don't think they should sacrifice a stranger to save the many. And we learned that this time around maybe we should sacrifice him because they eventually allow Sebastian to get taken by the Brother Blood, and because Corey had her chance to kill him, she did not take the chance. And when they went to a restaurant and talked to like one of Corey's people there, and they told her to kill him after they explained the prophecy to her that if she like killed him, you would have a daughter with Dick, and but she didn't do that, so that basically killed the kid probably, and before it was even born. And so, and Dick already knew about that because he saw it earlier, and now Raven knows about it. So she didn't take a chance because she didn't want to be a killer, and so they try to go and save him. This is when Connor starts shaving his hair to act like Lex, and like saying we should not have saved Sebastian, we should have just killed him, and basically like, going down like the road and like meeting like I think Mercy and like working for her and a little while. Like the last time we see him in this episode is where he goes and talks to Sebastian, and after Dick, Corey, and Rachel go and try to get the horn away from them, and Corey and Dick almost get brainwashed by the town because they listen to some weird music that brainwashes them and makes them think that they should be part of Brother Blood and forget who they originally were. But they defeat it by using the memories of their past. And Corey used it, it's supposed to be like focused on your most terrible memories, but Corey focused on her most happy memories when she was brainwashed for a little bit in order to defeat the music. And then we get to the part where see, there was like once Sebastian like came into what he was supposed to be, all of them got separated and got put into like some weird redness. And then one of the best episodes out there happened with Garfield, because he's been like during this whole entire season, he's been like been hearing noises of animals and like not turning to animals that often, but he's still. And when he was one time he actually did turn to an animal, was an animal we never seen him do was a gorilla, and they kind of like explain why that he's been hearing a bunch of animals and stuff like that and going crazy. And in this episode he meets a guy who people think is like Black Panther. I don't think he is. He's like the king of the beast or something like that, because he actually he has control over more than just one animal. Black Panther has only control of being a panther. This guy is more than just that, because he helps out more than just one group of animals and dresses like one more group of animals. And my take, and he's helping Garfield talk to his like understand the animals better, but he wants him just to focus on the animals and not go and help his friends. And so he they go and like stop a scientist together who is experimenting on animals and like putting a virus in them, where if they got taken out of the facility they would infect every animal out there. Kind of remind me of an episode of Batman animated series where Catwoman was trying to do the same exact thing with other animals. Her cat got taken by a group and they got infected, and she eventually Catwoman gets infected. Kind of reminds me about that episode, but. And then so the guy ends up like combining both the chimpanzee and the scientist together, so both of them die instead of just the chimpanzee. And then Garfield learned that this is just the past, after he already learned that the person who saved him, the chief from the Doom Patrol, is the one who's doing this experiments, because he's trying to find out a way to make himself immortal, so he has to spend more time with his daughter, who's immortal. If you watch Doom Patrol, you would understand that, because that's when the first 2 seasons of Doom Patrol is like explaining. So yeah, and then season 3 we get to know his daughter. So this is when once Gar says, no, I'm the guy to go help my friends. I can still be help doing the red stuff with help from my friends because they need my help. And then he tries to find teleports to them by using the red, because he's technically connected to all the universes, but he ends up going to every universe out there. We first see him see the Flash, and we see Grant Gutskins the Flash, which I was so happy when that happened. Like, yay, Barry! And then we got teleported to where Courtney is, Stargirl, the one from the Stargirls episodes. Like, hey, yay, cool! And she tells him I know how much family is important, and he leaves her. And she didn't cuss one single bit. Yay! She stayed herself. Cool. And we saw Swamp Thing. We heard the Joker, I think, from the animated series. We see I think a different Lex. I think the Lex from Smallville, if I'm not mistaken. We see Shazam, the one from the movies. We see Teen Titans Go, because they mentioned waffle, waffle, waffles. And when this thing's done, we see him meet in Cyborg, the one from the Doom Patrol. And this he didn't know, he didn't know these people. And that's when the episode ends. So I can't wait for the next episode. So yeah, it was this season so far is great. I loved the focus on Hort, and how much more it's not too serious. It still has some of the flair and the funniness of it. So last season was just way too serious for me, probably, in the fact that they messed around with too much of the background of because they really shouldn't do Red Hood if they can't do the whole entire story correctly. I mean, it looked like somebody else did it to him. Killed Red Hood, made him where he is, and where he can't be fully Red Hood himself. So, but I think this one's a lot better than last season. That's already better. I don't find anything wrong with it at all. I think it's fine for what it is. The only thing it's wrong, really, probably is what they're doing to Connor. I understand why they're doing it. I don't have to like it. So, I'm probably going to count the first half wrong against that. So, it's probably just going to be a 9 out of 10. Because I don't like what they did to Connor. So, I can't wait for next episode, guys. So, have fun. Like, favorite, and subscribe. And, bye-bye. Some of you guys are not subscribed. So, subscribe. Bye-bye.